Good evening. This is Candace, the clinician, coming to you live. I am a licensed clinical social worker with my private practice, and from time to time, I'm going to be sharing some tips and some ideas on how to deal with some issues that affect our daily lives so that we can all live our best life, because I think that's what we all want. Today is Mother's Day, and as I reflect on Mother's Day, one of the things that I really began to think about is how do people who've had difficult relationships with their mothers actually get through such a tough day like today, Mother's Day? For some people, Mother's Day is very exciting. You look on social media, Facebook and Instagram and all these other places, you'll see people bonding with their moms and beautiful pictures and flowers and gifts and restaurants, and these poses just make you really think, oh my gosh, people are having amazing times with their moms. What's wrong with me? Why didn't my relationship with my mother work out? Well, I'm here today to tell you that there are lots and lots of people who've been disappointed by the relationship that they've had with their mother. All moms are not perfect, and I know we don't always want to admit that, but there are some moms who have not done a great job giving you what you desire and what you needed to be your best self. And as a result of those really difficult relationships, sadness, disappointment, anger, it really has affected the way that you have developed other relationships with other people, whether it's with a spouse, your own children, friendships, work, all kinds of relationships. Your relationships with money, with food, with people, with all sorts of things, and you have no idea why they're so difficult. But the reason being is that your mom is one of the first people in life who really loves you unconditionally and shows you how important and special and beautiful you are. And if she has not been able to do that well because of her own challenges or whatever issue she has, you haven't received that. And as a result of that, it leaves you with some very, very difficult feelings. And oftentimes those feelings leave us stuck, leave us angry, and leave us hurting. And it blocks us from living our best life. So tonight what I want you to do is I want you to think about that relationship that has been difficult for you. And I want you to begin the grieving process, because today we're going to declare that you are going to let it go. Why do I want you to let it go? Because it's blocking you from enjoying life to the fullest. And the grieving process doesn't necessarily mean someone has died, although that could be the situation. But the grieving process means I am going to let go of all of the feelings, the emotions, and the ideas that my mother was going to be somebody that she wasn't. That she's going to finally say sorry for the pain that she's caused. She's finally going to be the mom or the grandmother or the person that I want her to be. I want you to begin the grieving process to let that hope go, because that may not be the case. And holding on to what could have been or what should have been is what blocks us from growing. So we want to begin the grieving process. Now, that doesn't mean that you give up on that person, you give up on your mom. But what it says is that you're not going to allow it to continue to control you. Because if you don't control how you deal with this, it controls you. It controls so many aspects of your life, sometimes every aspect of your life. So the grieving process means you simply say, I am no longer going to hold on to a fantasy of what could have been. I'm no longer going to say, hold on to the anger, the sadness, the disappointments that were caused by this other person. Today I'm going to let go of that part of the relationship, all of the anger, the hurt, the sadness. And then I want you to do is really write down what those feelings are. What's that anger? What are those? Give the examples. Write down what happened. Write down the words that were said that wounded you, that hurt you. And I really want you to get it all out. And once you've really gotten it all out, all of the pain, the sadness, the disappointment, the frustration, the time she let you down, the hurtful words that she said, I want you to read it a couple of times, and I want you to sit with how you feel about it. And once you finish doing that, I want you to decide, do you want to rip it up? Do you want to throw it away? Do you want to put it in a treasure box and hold on to it? Do you want to rip it up and put in a black balloon, blow up the balloon, pop the balloon to symbolize I am letting go. But today we start the process of letting go because God has great gifts for all of us. He has wonderful plans for each and every one of us. But when we hold on to pain, resentment, and hurt, we stop ourselves from receiving all of those beautiful gifts and enjoying our life to the fullest. The grieving process has to start today. No longer hold on to that like it's a badge. No longer allow it to control you. Whatever your mother wasn't able to do does not mean that you're not valuable, worthwhile, capable, and responsible. It's time to live your best life. Begin the grieving process today. I'll be back with more videos on how to move forward, but I want you to make a comment. Let me know if you were able to do this and any thoughts you may have. This is Candace the Clinician signing off. For those of you who are enjoying Mother's Day, have a great day. For the rest of you who this is a really difficult day for you, I want you to know you're not alone, and today you begin the process of healing. Have a great night.